This is really funny. What's good, guys? What is good? Anyone in here? Yep, wicked. Everyone's there. Just get myself my cup of tea, get myself sorted. What's good, man? What's good? Yeah, I've chilled out this weekend, man. I've literally disconnected from the charts. Literally, man. I've just had some time just to come away. Needs to be done, man. Because during the week, I am 100% always uploading, keeping everybody in the loop. You know, we've got what? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the most important days in the week, guys. And I'm there guiding as many people as I can, from the YouTube members to the Patreons, to just doing everything that I physically can to make sure everyone is getting the information that they need. But what I need from you guys is I need you guys to act on it. You know, there ain't going to be no handouts in this game. It's here to, you're here to understand, right, that I'll give you the framework, right? It's on you how to express yourself. Trading is about expression of character. How do you operate in the realms of uncertainty? How do you deliver yourself and hold your character, you know? When you don't know what's going to happen next. 9 times out of 10 people bail. All right? And we ain't about bailing, guys. You ain't sat in these streams for the best part of 10 weeks to bail. All right? So, the question that I'm going to ask, and I don't even want to ask it, man, but how many people were holding longs and how many people blew their accounts? Yeah, I mean, come on. I'm not really liking this, but I'd like to know. Give me a 1 if you blew your account, 2 if you didn't trade. You all blew your accounts. Ah, man. A lot of 2s, thank fuck. Oh, wicked. A lot of 2s. Nice. People's channel up 134k. And I thought this strategy was a scam. Happy days, bro. This is the best scam ever, man. What a scam. Oh, shit. Ah, people fall into sleep with trades, man. Come on. Would you go to sleep with the gas cooker on? Would you leave food cooking and go to sleep? No, you wouldn't, would you? Come on, guys. You can't take trading like this, man. You don't go to sleep. If you're a position trader or you're an investor, fine. Yeah? You have no attachment to your portfolio. You just like to check in on it every now and then. Yeah? But if you're an active trader and you're sleeping during trades, man, you know? This is tough, man. This is tough. There you go. And this is pre-recorded, guys. Remember that. Remember, this stream is pre-recorded. Rough weekend. Was up 14, lost 10. Shit. It's not nice. It's not nice. Really isn't nice. You know what, guys? There's no competition here. Yeah, there's no competition on who can trade well on a Saturday and Sunday. All right. Look at it like this. I'm going to mention my guy again. All right. But if PC Shed doesn't trade on the weekend, right? And my guy has taken effectively 8k to nearly $1 million. And he hasn't traded on the weekends. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah? Shippo, Tino, a few streams ago you said you lost good for a period of time. What was your mindset at that time period and what did you learn? I got pissed off losing. I got really good at losing, right? I kept losing all the time, right? And I just I couldn't accept, why it was happening to me. I'd done everything that I physically could. That's what I thought. Then the mind shift happened when I started to look at myself. And when I started looking at myself, I realized that myself is no different to all the other guys that are trading. So then I thought to myself, hold on. Surely my actions are being replicated the same way other traders are going into the game. And then from that moment, I realized there's a lot of psychology behind this game. And then I had the mental framework to take PVSRA. And then I came across with the discussions I had with Mr. Market Maker. Then I came into Steve Marwin's work. And then, bang, it all came together. So yeah, what did I learn? I learned not to give up. It sounds so cliche, but always ask the question, why? Why did I fuck up? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? As I said to you, I've had conversations day in and day out with myself, trying to work out, why did you not close the $500 loss, but you were happy to close at the $7,000 loss? Where, what was going on there? Why would you want to do that? The 40k loss was something out of my control. I was in a short, continuously in a short, and then out of nowhere price spiked because good old Trump decided to say that relationship with China was going well. Took him out of the blue. So that's pretty much what it is. That's how it is for me. Chart champions, what's good, my friend? What's happening? What is good? All right, guys, are you ready? Let's start looking at some price, man. Let's start getting ready and start looking at... Oh, Litecoin is dropping. Litecoin is doing a nice little drop there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We can't have that. We can't have that. We cannot be streaming with no battery. All right, then. Here we go. Okay, can you see the screen, guys? Let me know if you can see the screen. Are we all good? Can you see the screams? The screams, the streams, the screens. All right, and cool. Let's go. Right, let's start with the infamous. Let's get Bitcoin up. Whoa, lots of annotations here, but very important annotations. All right. So if you came across with the video earlier on today, we had the conversation as to what was going on here. We were in level 3 peak formation. All right. This was no surprise to us, guys. They just went for the money in this position here. If you had gone short in this area here, it wouldn't have mattered to you what they've done afterwards. All right. Funnily enough, man, it came down to a projection point that we had from before, the 55,600. How crazy is that? Wow. Crazy zones. Or was that a projection point? Or was me annotating the previous chart on the video? Fucking hell, don't even know. All right, then. Cool. Where we at? Well, we know what's happening now, guys. Now, usually, we've got to be careful here. All right? sometimes there are instances whenever you see a wick this big, all right? Some guys say that the wick always gets filled. Could that be a projection to Bitcoin coming back down to 46? I mean, it's in dead man zone. All right, it's free to do whatever she wants. We will only know if Bitcoin continues higher, all right, if she does decide to return back to the 50 and then continue up from there. All right, so if I look at this part of the chart here, we've got the first formation of a W happening. All right, and in response to what we spoke about earlier on in the video, why do we draw W's at highs? Well, it's going to tell us whether or not the M's going to play out. All right, and that's exactly what happened here. You're always waiting for confirmation, critical confirmation. So, you know, for those watching on TV, the right 25% is covered up by chat. Can we see that? Can everyone see this chart clearly? You have to close chat to see what you're doing. This is interesting. You can see, yeah? You can see happy days. Alright, cool, cool. Does the one... Alright, cool. So this is where we at, guys, right now. Okay? So important to understand. We have now had the reset. Okay? The reset has happened. Witness the vector candles. 1, 2, 3, 4 vector candles in this area. Fast move is the false move. But it's all going to be relevant. Alright? We will only know, because we're back to this stage again, guys. We will only know if market makers decide to send price back up. If and only if they bring price back to the 50. All right? Once they bring price back to the 50, they will either do one or two things. They will either bounce from this zone, okay? Come back down. Let me just get rid of this. Price will come up to the 50. Oh, are you serious? This is why. Forgive me. Bring this up. There we go. Price will come back to the 50, retrace back down, but stay within this zone. All right. Now she has hit the range daily low. All right. Just look, the range daily low has been hit. However, look at the psychological high, which is up here. The psychological high for the start of the week, guys, is 60,974. That's the psychological high. The psychological low is all the way down here. 46,771. Although there it is, 46,790. That is the true psychological low. We have got a wide range right here, guys. All right. Price can move between these two zones if it needs to. Could we see the 46, 47? Maybe. We will only know if and only if this here, level 1, drop. Rise level 2, drop. Level 3, rise, peak formation to the downside. That's what we need. Because if this is rise level 1 pulls away here. We've got level 1 confirmed. Price comes up to start level 2. This here is level 2, which means that we could be in for another move to the downside. What we do need to see is we need to see Bitcoin come back up at least to the 50, or at least test the 800 and then continue back to the downside to form a peak formation within the Asian session high, the psychological high, or the psychological low. All right. That's all good, Imran. That's all good. Why is 46 on your chart when it only dropped to 50k? Because welcome to the dealers. All right? Welcome to the dealers, guys. This is what they do. Remember, when you're stepping into an exchange or a broker, yeah, they are their own government. They run their own shit. Whatever happens is up to them. Their governance is the ADR and Anti-Money Laundering Act of 1974. That's all they have to do. And KYC and all of that stuff. All right? But whatever happens on this platform is to themselves. The OTC, the overtrade counter, right? This is what happens. You step into this environment, this sort of shit happens here. All right? This is what I say to you. Anything can happen in this game. You have to be prepared for anything. Yeah? Do you remember when Bitcoin did that massive pin to 9,000 on the brokerage platforms? Remember what happened with Bybit, or was it Kraken? When Ethereum went all the way down to $900. When you step into their environment, they can do whatever they want. Remember, you're giving them your money to trade on their platform. They can do whatever they want with it. And then they'll say to you, oh, the market experienced a high volatility. This is what happens. You are aware when, you invest in risky assets, this sort of thing can happen. So they legitimize the corruption. When I say corruption, it's not corruption. It's free for all, man. This is their play field. You're coming in to play with the big boys. This is what happens. If you can't have the stomach to deal with that, get out of this game. Yeah? Get out. Go put your money in a current account. That way nothing's going to happen. At least you'll get notice if anything's going to happen to a bank. Yeah? In this game, guys, you need to take it seriously. Getting notifications from people saying that they left trades on, went and did some food in the kitchen, came back, their trade was gone, their account was depleted. That's really sad to listen to, man. Because I used to do that same shit. When you're trading, you are trading. You are in front of it. Pay attention to it. All right? You've got to be prepared for the worst, guys. If your screens are blurred, guys, change. Let me turn the music off. If your screens are blurred, please change it to 1080p. I'm streaming at 1080p. Yeah, you can't project a drop like this. You can't. You can project a drop like this. A nice, slow drop like that. Okay? But a move like this, where it spikes and then pulls back straight away, it's difficult. No one can project that sort of stuff. Victor, look, do your own thing, bro. I can stream 4K if I need to. I can actually stream 4K, but that's going to be a problem for people. Sorry, Zaps, man. Let me turn it down. Maybe if I turn it down. Well, turn me down, bro. Do you think the moon is correct? Then with his prediction that it could go down to 42. It could go down to 42. It could go to 70. Who's correct? We will only know when it happens. All of a sudden now everyone is projecting prices down here. Before this drop, everyone was projecting prices all the way up to here, 70, 80, 90, 100, 150,000. It's funny when you predict a price. You just can throw any figure you want. All right? And you wait for which one to play out. I only project short-term moves, all right? My long-term move is Bitcoin to 70K. That's my long-term move, all right? Bitcoin has effectively exceeded its ADR for the actual session, all right, in this move here, all right? But you notice, pay attention. Have you noticed that there's no session as such? This was Friday, all right? Was it Friday the 16th? Was it Friday? Yeah, this was Friday. Notice there's no work time. There's no Asian session. There's no UK session or New York. Yeah, there's nothing because it's dead time. No trading should be permitted in this area. But they let the markets stay open for us retail traders so we can put our hard-earned money and give it to them because they create the idea that there's going to be more activity. People may have made money in this move. Happy days. Well done. All right? But there are people that have lost money. But we need to understand what was going on here. We knew that Bitcoin was rising for a long time. All right. We had been rising for a while. We had seen a rise level 1, rise level 2, consolidation level 2, rise level 3, peak formation. We'd drawn the W formation to know whether or not Bitcoin was going to continue higher. Why? Because if you jump back previous streams, the amount of M formations that we've seen, and then they've gone straight into a W, and then price has continued higher, has been phenomenal. All right. This is why I say to you, go back and watch the streams. This is important for you guys because you're now being able to determine. You're able to now determine what makes a W and what doesn't make a W. What criteria needs to be fulfilled. So let's look at it. You've got the M formation up here, very small. Price drops down to the 50 EMA and consolidates. First leg is formed, rise up. Retrace, second leg is formed, rise up. However, look what's happened. There are a number of confirmations required to validate this W formation. Price needed to do a clean break to the upside. It didn't do it. If you watch the video I uploaded earlier on, okay, I discuss all of that in that video. It's really important. Please tell me, actually, so I know everyone's on the same page. How many of you watched this video that I uploaded earlier on today? Give me one, give me a two if you haven't. Okay then, that's cool. So we're all on the same page here. Wonderful. All right, and cool. That's cool. That's cool. No worries if you haven't had time. All that video does, guys, is discusses the importance of why we need to understand confirmation is our friend. We need confirmations. Well, let's have a look at gold. Where's gold? Look at gold. Moving up, moving up, moving up. Gold has just opened. Yeah? Or no, she doesn't open yet. She opens in a bit. All right? But I think we should see a gap up to gold. Yeah? Let's look at the yen. There you go. Kiwi yen. Tank. She's dropped. As we anticipated. All right? So important that you wait for confirmation, guys. So this is what we know. I'm going to go to Ethereum in a second. This candle will be recovered. Straight up. This candle will be recovered. It's a massive opportunity. They use fear to induce the trader to believe that it's time to sell. When he sells, they buy. There's no two ways about it. There is no instance where the market maker is going to sell. He sells when price rises because he can guarantee a buyer, right? When everyone's selling, when the fear is across the world, everyone is trying to make a run for cover. Mr. Market Maker's saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, give me your liquidity. I'll buy off you. Here you go. Yeah, give me your sell. Give me your sell. Happy days, happy days, happy days. It's a wonderful weekend for the market maker. It's a wonderful weekend for the smart money. Terrible weekend for the dumb money. All right? And that dumb money is not just retail traders. That's banks, institutions, hedge funds, pension schemes, pools, you name it. They all got burnt out this weekend. All right? Market makers just sat on the sidelines waiting to grab everyone's orders. Happy days. But what do we know? We don't care about price. All right? Price is irrelevant. We have to follow the pattern. All right? I said it in the video earlier on. Get rid of price. The pattern still stays the same. How does price make any difference to what it's going to do to the pattern? It doesn't. All right? Remember, price is someone's conception of value. I understand that. But if the pattern is always near enough the same, all right, does that mean everyone's conception of value is the same? No. Why? Because not everyone agrees on the same price. But their behavior is the same. They all try and install the same idea of value at certain points, which is why you get price hitting a low, coming back up, hitting the 50, pulling back, staying above the previous low, happy days to the upside. All right? Yes, the 1 minute time frame plays the pattern to the T. Tell you why. Because it's the 1 minute time frame is where they build. They can't hide their moves. Yeah, they can't. There you go. Old school back. Banks and hedge funds lost 10 billions in the first hour of the crash. Happy days. And on that 10 billion, market makers making a stack. Soul extender. I mean, dollar yen. I've fallen out with dollar yen, man. I ain't talking to her, man. I ain't involved with her anymore. She's the reason why I'm coming over to crypto. She's pissed me off. You know, she was just non-stop selling. I mean, gold was really giving me the clue. Gold was giving me the clue. I mean, just look at gold. Just kept going. Okay, gold has opened. Yep, gold has opened. We said a little gap up, I think. Has she gapped up? Did she gap up? Let's look on the 15. A very small gap up. Ah, yeah, there you go. Small gap up. Gold's going to run up, man. Investors are scared. Investors are scared. She'll pull back slightly, but investors are very scared. The last time gold just kept rising and rising and rising, man, it was a scary thing. You know, I think, where was it? Back in the daily. Let me drop it down to the daily. All right, when did gold not rise non-stop? Where are we? Let's have a look. There we go. Where was it? It weren't even then. It wasn't even then. It was here. Look at this move by gold, guys. Look. Oh, shit. Wait. Let me change the scale. There you go. There you go. Look at that. Gold just would not stop rising from 2008 all the way up to 2011. It just would not stop going. Went up to 1889. Yeah, it was a crazy time. And where else was the next part that she did it as well? No, she did it before. No, that was it, yeah. That was a wild time. Even down here as well, look, she kept on rising, 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 rising. Tank, rise, rise, rise up. Is gold on its way to do that again? Are investors really that scared? Yeah? We will only know when they show us. Man, MT4, man. Look, taking the piss. Anyway, forget that. All right, and so this is where we are right now, guys. I hope they welcome me with open arms, or they're going to close the fucking door, I'll tell you that. I've been effectively testing Bitcoin and Ethereum for the past 10 weeks, all right? I've been very reluctant to start trading in cryptocurrency. Now I understand how Binance works, because the only thing that was stopping me from trading crypto was the fact that I couldn't do what I really wanted to do on the MT4 platform, plus the spreads were just so high. I've tried to get in touch with my broker so many times and asked them if they could relax the spreads a little bit. They weren't budging. Fair enough. Well, I'm going to move my volume over to Binance. Happy days. And that's what's going to happen. Now we're going to start documenting real trades. Now we're all going to be on the same level, because I know MT4 is an old platform. All right, it's the legacy platform for Forex. But realistically, you need to be on either Binance, Bybit, Femex, FTX, whatever. Whatever platforms out there for cryptocurrency, you need to be on a cryptocurrency platform, not a company that is just offering the price feed for it, because that's what this is. Yeah, Tino special. I like that. It did take about, yeah. But you know what? I've been testing. That's all it is. I don't know what Gemini is. Yeah, but you know what? I'm not going to have that problem with leverage, guys, because I know leverage. I understand that. Ah, that asshole. When you don't understand leverage, be prepared to get understood. Yeah? This is true, Aaron. You have turned me into a crypto head and a moon boy in less than a year. Moon boy, you mad? Love from Brazil, wicked, man. That's awesome. Guys, I hope you guys are getting it, man. Yeah, I hope you guys are understanding this. I've been getting a lot of information, from messages from people telling me that, you know, they didn't trade the weekend. And ain't it a good feeling when you're not caught up in this shit? Yeah? Ain't it a great feeling to know that you weren't caught in this? Did you miss out on making money? No. Why? Because you can trade the move back up when the markets are fully open. Do you understand? This is what I don't understand. Let them show their hand, and when it's time for them to move, you join them. Yeah? This is what you call adding confirmation to confirmation. Adding caution to caution. Steve Nissen says it in the second chapter when he talks about the candlestick patterns. Adding caution to caution. All right? And that has resonated with me. It's stuck in my mind. When I think to make a trade, I say, hold on. If this happens, then what else should happen? Well, let me start building the confluences together. How much can I put in my hand? How much confluence can I put in my hand to say, yeah, this trade to the upside is justified, or this trade to the downside is justified? All right? When there's nothing else for you to discuss, place the trade, man. Get in. You pay to play. If you're wrong, get out. Understand why you were wrong. Okay? But more so, understand why you were right. Because the idea is to replicate the way you were right about a trade and get that done as many times as possible. Okay? Never deviate from learning your losses. Never deviate away from studying your wins. Because 9 times out of 10, people say, yeah, I won on that trade. Cool. Next trade. But then when they lose, they're like, fucking, I need to pay attention to that. Why did I lose? Why did I lose? And we start focusing on what not to do rather than focusing on what to do. All right? Are you with me? Look, 1x leverage is still borrowing money. Okay? That's the only way I can say it. If you're happy to borrow money, whatever amount. Yeah? You know what? Says, I'll take that. Splinter. I love that. It could be a head and shoulders. I mean, look, this is a drop to the downside, okay? The way I look at it, we've got an M formation up here. All right, the reason why I say it's an M formation, or it could be a head and shoulders, an extended head and shoulders, because look, the right shoulder's there, the head's there, and the right shoulder's right here. Okay, remember, it's variation on the theme, how you decide to read it. We understood, guys, one way or another, we understood that we were in an extended move to the upside. It was a matter of time that this move was going to happen. If anyone is shocked with this move, you're not getting it. Straight up. If you didn't see this move coming, all right, this drop, we knew there was a drop due, man, because look, everything was so extended. Bitcoin would just kept rising and rising and rising. And I was saying to you guys in the previous streams, go back to the last 3 streams, okay, and just pull out the key parts. Notice how every time Bitcoin and Ethereum was rising, she was going up, kept going up. And I was like, right, is this our peak formation? Let's see. Notice what happens at the peaks. Okay, every time price went and formed a high, all right, because it was here. We thought that this was the peak. No, it wasn't. It came back down, tested the 800, all right, and then it came back up. Rise level 1, rise level 2, consolidation, rise level 3, peak formation, all right? What do we need to see? Pulling away from the zone. Vector candle 1, 2, and 3. Market maker behavior. They consolidate. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. They formed a W formation to throw people off because they know people are playing these games. There are people that are playing range games as well. All right? They throw people off, spike to the high, but we didn't do anything. Why? Because we need to wait for price to completely clear out of the zone, retrace, and then continue. We've got this resistance up here. Yeah? If price closes above this, we will know where we stand with the move to the upside. All right? But what happened? Price came up. Came back down below the 50. All right? You needed to wait. If it took out this zone right here, we would know that this M formation would have been playing out. It did just that. What did it do? Take out the previous zone, tested the 200 EMA, wanted to tap the liquidity to induce guys to go short, then rode the shorts all the way back up, took out the stops, recovered this previous red candle. Happy days. Then what did they do? A mini M formation up here. and then they shifted out of the zone. Bang, 1, 2, 3. 3 vector candles. Market maker moves in threes, 3 pushes. What do they need to do to confirm lower price action? They need to take out this low. So you've got a drop. So you've got the market makers down here. Rise level 1, drop, rise level 2. Sorry, drop level 1, rise level 2 start. Level 2 form, waiting for level 2 to develop. And there's level 2. And now we're waiting for a level 3 drop. So one more drop to the downside. If that doesn't happen and they are satisfied with the liquidity, we could go straight into a W formation. All right. Remember, we are waiting for confirmation. It's Monday tomorrow, guys. False move week beginning. They could use Monday to bring price all the way back up here to the zone, to the 50. Bring it back down to form the second leg of the W, and then potentially continue back to the upside. If they're not satisfied and they do favor lower prices, that's fine. Why? Because we understand we're in a level 3 peak formation, so we're expecting another move to the downside. All right? We're trying to test here. Is level 2 complete? Has level 2 effectively been enough to form a W formation for price to move to the upside again? And what do we always say? Formations appear below what? Moving averages. Notice how price has still come back towards the moving averages. Yeah? This is no surprise to you guys. All right? This is no surprise to you. Antonio, they do it because they can see the liquidity, man. You know? They can see the liquidity. All right, then. So yesterday's high and yesterday's low. Those are the previous highs and lows of the last session, which was Saturday. All right? The green boxes are effectively the start of the Asian session. So like Sydney, Tokyo, and Hong Kong. All right? Those boxes print for 8 hours. They just start and finish times. In those times, we understand the market makers build zones. Asia sets the range, and then Europe and the US play them out. What's good, Adriana? What is happening? Recovering. Do you know what? It doesn't even matter, you know. I don't care if Bitcoin drops to $15 a coin. I don't care. I'm going to be trading what market makers are doing. Get the idea of value out of your head. Whether it's 31, 29, 15, 0. Who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. All right? What's important is the pattern will always play. I'll tell you what, we're going to do it now. All right? For the nature of demonstration, look, there's no price on the charts. Forget this up here. There's no price on the charts right here other than the tabs that I've got on there. All right? We don't need price. We don't care about price. Let the value investor care about price. When he sits down and has his coffee in the morning and he opens his portfolio, if he thinks that Bitcoin is undervalued right now, happy days. If he thinks it's overvalued, happy days. He's going to adjust his portfolio accordingly. He cares about price because that's all he needs to care about, the value of it. If Bitcoin was $15,000 back in the day, does he think now is a good time for it to be that price? Or is Bitcoin valid at the price that it's at right now of 56? You know, that's only important to a value investor. As a trader, you don't give a shit. You know, if I could trade oxygen, I would trade it. It wouldn't matter what it was or what price it was, as long as there was a market for it. Okay? That's my point to you guys. You don't care about price. Use it as a you know, to know where you are. All right? If you want to establish what was the previous high or the low of the day, you find out what that was. That's the only time you really should care about price. All right? But just having a look at this. What's the psychological high? I'll do that in a second. H2O USD. Just reading your comments. It's quite funny. We trade oxygen every second. It's called breathing. Oh, man. Don't thank me for the trading view indicators. Thank Infinex, Plasma Plug. You know, there are guys that have done so much work behind that. I have no idea how to do that. How do you learn my strategies? Look, if you are new to the stream, guys, okay, it's important that you... Look, everyone's learning is different, all right? If you have been a trader in the past and you're coming and watching this, there are a few things that are going to challenge a lot of beliefs that you may have, all right? The first belief being when price rises, buyers are in control. That's bullshit, and I'm sorry. It doesn't exist. The only reason buyers are in control is because they've been given the right to buy. That means they've been sold something because they can't buy something that's not there. In order for someone to buy something, someone on the other end has to sell. This is why I call it a zero-sum game. When one man loses, another wins. Yeah? Like now, when people are selling, market makers are buying. This is their intention. They want to get Bitcoin lower so they can accumulate more of it at a lower price. Market makers will never buy at the highs. You think they're going to be buying at 65k? Are you mad? Nah, man. For the nature of demonstration, guys, I'm going to bring the price back up because there are people that will want to know. Yeah? You got to be crazy if you think that. Let's jump over to Ethereum. Let's see what she's saying. Same story. Yeah? Look at that. Ha, funnily enough, look at this. This is when we started drawing the first leg of the W formation on Ethereum. It failed. Look. It failed. Confirmation. Drop, rise, down. There's your confirmation right there that it was a failed W. All right? So important that you apply confirmation. Beautiful. Look at that. How great is that? We drew the first leg. We're waiting for price to rise. She's come back down. She needs to stay above the second leg. Nah, not Ethereum. She tanked. Yeah? Now Ethereum is back to the pivot point. So now we're back at nominal value. Okay? What do we see? Let's have a look. Zoom in. What's she doing? Oh, notable volume coming over. She'll recover these candles. Look, she's already done that already. Ethereum's moved first. Bitcoin's taking its time. Yeah? How cool is that? Let's drop down to the 1 hour time frame. There we go. What zones are we likely to recover? Well, look. We've got this zone here. Average daily range high. The average daily range for today has been, it's been off the charts, man. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, guys, listen. Do not hesitate to bring. Yeah. There's nothing wrong in bringing other strategies to this. Because ultimately, guys, it's not about whose strategy is better. At the end of the day, we're all trying to make a buck from this. We are already at a loss when we come to this game because it's not designed for us to win. It's designed for the market makers to win. The guys with the big pools of money. This is how they move it. This is their playground. All right? So we're not designed to win in this game. Okay? But if we understand something, if we understand their intention, then we can either ride when they move price and let everyone else, run around trying to decipher, the concept of randomness in this game. This is not random. Price moves in random-like behavior, but that's what we understand. That's what they tell us to believe, right? It's random that prices just rose from here, and it's all technically based. Bullshit. It's psychological. The only reason why price rises is because people have been induced to believe it's going higher. So they step in. They create the marketplace. Indicators are triggered across the board. All these indicators are created by all sorts of guys, all right? When price goes above the 50, you buy. When price goes above the 1 Bollinger Band, you buy. When price goes to the Fibonacci 6-1, you buy. All right? And vice versa when you're trying to sell. Market makers know that we will apply this shit because they endorse all the books that talk about it. Why don't they talk about when the market maker is buying, price is rising, all right? When he's buying his shorts at the highs. Why don't they talk about that? Well, they do. Think about it. When they say buy low, sell high, who does that? When you understand the concept of buying low and selling high, all right? People think is when you're buying high, when price is rising, you're of the belief that when you buy it, it's going to continue higher. So you're technically buying lower because you come to the chart with this preconceived conviction that because you're buying whilst price is rising, it means that you know it's going to go higher. So you're effectively buying at the lowest part that you believe that the price should be. And likewise, when it comes sell low, sell higher. When you think sell lower, yeah? So you're buy low, sell high, sorry, right? You think that by selling, when you're buying, you're selling at the high. No, that's on the conception that you're buying from here and you're selling up here. Wrong. When they say buying low and selling high, it means the market maker sends price down to the lows to buy it at the lows, all right? And then when he sells higher. He sells his shorts at a higher position so that he can close them at a lower position at a later point. Sorry if I mumbled all my words and what have you. I'm just getting into the swing of things, man. I'm just getting into the swing of things. I've had a couple of days off, man. I needed to. You know what? I had nearly 11 hours sleep yesterday. I woke up with a bad back. I'm normally having like 2-3 hours sleep every night. I don't give my bed a fucking chance to give me a bad back. My days, man. But I feel pumped, man. I'm ready for this week coming, man. I'm ready for this week. We got charts to break down. We got so much to do next week. And I've got something for you guys. All right? Here we go. You'll like this one. You will certainly like this one. It's time for the giveaway. It is time for the giveaway. All right? The giveaway is going to start tomorrow night. All right? We've got the Instagram one. And I'm just doing another random giveaway as well because I just feel like, you know, a lot of people have had a little bit of a misfortune trading the weekends. I hope you don't trade weekends again. All right? I hope you don't do it. Just stay away from trading at the weekends. It's not who's going to be a hero. Don't be a king for a day. Yeah? You want to maintain the crown. The only way you're going to maintain the crown if you're still in the game. All right? Forget the weekends. Use the weekends to catch up with the family. Use it to break down charts. Go back in the previous streams. All right? If you don't want to listen to anything that's said in the streams, fast forward the videos just so you can watch how the pattern plays out whilst we're in the stream. Cross-reference between each of the charts. All right? Patreons, make sure I hope that all the Patreons, okay, tiers 2 and tiers 3, I hope you guys have caught up with everything that's been put up. Because you noticed I haven't been posting much because I know there's a lot on there and you guys need to catch up if you have already. All right? Because next week, there's going to be more. We're going to be pumping it so much on the Patreons, man. You guys are going to be getting the next endorsement of charts that I have done in the past. I've got about 2,000 plus charts that I need to get over to you guys so you guys can see my entries, my exits from previous trades. Now, these were in Forex, okay? But fundamentally, it's all the same thing, okay? It's good to see that people are up to date with it. All right? So, this right here, okay? I'm doing this giveaway. This is going to be one for the Instagram, okay? So, if the Instagram giveaway is if you take a picture of the pattern with happy days on it, wherever you are in the world. If you go into my Instagram, all right, you'll see on one of the highlights, if you just click the pattern competition one, all right, just have a look at what people have done. It's wonderful, man. All right, so just, you know, tag me in your images. Make sure that I can put them in my stories as well, because I'm going to be selecting a winner from there, and they're going to win one of these shoes. This is the Traders Reality Kicks right here. All right, basketball high tops. All right, right there. Sergio has got his Traders Reality shoes that he got before. So has Marcelo. I've sent out not sack trades. I've sent yours out, Sonny. I've sent out the other winners as well. Patreons in tier 3 automatically get listed for every competition. Okay, so they're going to have a chance to win these shoes as well. It's just only the tier 3 guys. And then you've got the YouTube subscribers and the YouTube members. So that's what we do with the giveaways. There's one for the subscribers. That's for everyone across the board. Then I've got the YouTube members, and then I've got the Patreons. All right. So this shoe right now one's going to be for the YouTube subscribers. Okay. And we're then going to do the members and the patrons as well. All right. So that's how we're going to do it. All right. Yeah. Some people like them. Some people don't. All right. So we can't keep everyone happy. All right. So I'm going to give you the criteria for that tonight, but before we end the stream, guys. All right. Cool. All right, then. Let's get back onto the chart. More so, guys. Okay. Another thing for you guys to check out. Here we go. We have, of course, the projections channel. Right? Make sure that you've subscribed to this projections channel. All right? I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. The projections channel itself is designed for people who can't sit through the streams. All right? It's there with 10, 20-minute videos telling you what my understanding of what Bitcoin, Ethereum is likely to do. Now, because I've now started to trade crypto, I'm going to be documenting this experience. I'm going to be doing videos. All right? I'm going to be doing live streams for the patrons so they can get an idea of how I understand how to build positions based on conversations with Industry Magic and PC Shed's video as well. Go and watch that video about leverage as well by PC Shed. It's in his channel. It all makes sense, guys. All right. But yeah, there's a lot of things happening in the coming weeks, guys. A lot of things happening. I hope my guy Mike Dutch is in here. I know he's busy sorting stuff out. So yeah, got a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is the schedule, guys. Yeah, the schedule. All right, so one of the questions that someone's asked, this is not really for investors, but there is a lot that an investor can get from this. All right? There is a lot. He can understand exactly how the market really works, which is going to help him. All right? But, you know, there are investors that have come into this channel and they've turned into traders. That's great. See, the great thing about an investor is this. An investor has patience, right? But it's how well you can apply that patience as a trader, because a trader themselves struggle to have patience. They haven't got the time to sit and wait for trades because they know that they can place a trade at a moment's notice. They can either make money or lose money, all right? And what they try and do is they try and make as much money as they can, all right, in a short amount of time. They're always trying to do it, always trying to get in some action. Traders think that every position that they take may be the last one that they ever take. Subconsciously, that's how they think, which is why they hold losing trades. They can't accept being wrong, because if they're wrong, it means they're a shit trader. Come on. You're saying to me that you've placed 10 trades, right, and you've lost 10 in a row. You think you're a bad trader? No, your sample size is terrible. Place 1,000 trades, come back to me and you say to me you've lost 1,000 trades. Maybe you might have a problem. You need to give yourself a decent sample size. That's why I say to you, trade light. Use only a minimal amount of money to learn. Have money in the game, whether it's £10, 50, 100. Have money down because you're accountable then. You are experiencing what it's like to win and lose with money on the table. All right? Because at the end of the day, whether you lose £10 or £100,000, right, it's still a loss. The position will still be exactly the same as it is. It's just the money is whatever you decide to put in. It doesn't matter. All right? What core concepts should beginners focus on, emphasize? I'll tell you what. New people, beginners. All right, let's just find out now. How many people are completely new to trading? Give me one. They are new to trading. All right? New to trading. First time you've come to this channel. Give me a 1. We've got no one. No one. Oh, okay. Here we go. 1, 1. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. 1. I didn't even give a criteria for a 3 or 2. 9,000, bro. I consider new is what I consider as new is what does long and what does short mean. That's what I consider, as new. I'm using my inhaler. That's what I'm using. But still new. You haven't traded. Okay, cool. Asking for a friend. What's the best play for $200 right now? Doge or mixed 2-3 coins? What do you recommend? I'm a newbie too. Get your fingers wet. Be my guest. Okay, then. Yeah, okay. So if you're all new to this game, the first thing that I'm going to tell you is this. Stay away from leverage. All right? Stay away from it. Until you fully understand what leverage is, then get your fingers wet. All right? Leverage is going to be the difference between you staying in the game or not coming back. All right? You have to be very cautious with leverage. They induce you to believe that, yeah, you know what? You can put £100 down and you can X that by 10, 20, 30, 40, 125. That is crazy. Do you understand how price fluctuates when you put down 10x, 20x? Do you know how long in seconds your trade will work if it goes against you? In seconds. You'll be blown out straight away. Then you'll make a conviction that trading is not good and you'll forget about it. You've probably passed on a massive opportunity of a lifetime. Traders are not born, okay? Traders become. You become a trader. And the only way you become a trader is if you dedicate time to understanding how it works. There's no victory in this in the first instance. It always starts shit. All right? And that's the testing right there. That's determining whether or not you've got the grit to last in this game. All right? Don't come into the game and trade with money that you're happy to lose. Who the fuck's happy to lose? No one. You come into the game with an amount of money that's not going to be the money you need to pay for your house. All right? It has to be money set aside for trading, exclusively for trading, your capital. All right? If you started a business and you had a cash flow of 10 grand, all right? Does it mean you're going to go and spunk that 10 grand because you can afford to lose that money? No, you're going to need it for your business. This is the only time I tell you to see trading as a business. Your capital is the only means for you to survive in this game. The less capital you have, the less likely you're going to... No, it's not the less capital you have, but the more you expose your capital to loss, less likely you're going to stand in this game. Granted, as a new trader, you may blow your account, and that's fine, but try and keep it as cheap as possible. As I said to you earlier on, whether you lose £10 or £100,000 in a trade, the trade is still a loss. So try and keep it as cheap as possible. Don't make my mistake. Yeah? Don't make my mistake of depositing 10 grand in one day and 2 hours after depositing it, it's gone. How do you deal with that and still come back to the game and say, right, I need to understand how this works? Because it's nothing to do with the market. That's me and my inconsistencies. You know, that's me being brave. That's me thinking I can beat this game. That's me thinking, and this is at the start as well. All right? Get used to the utility of how it works. To be frank with you guys, if you're new to this channel, you've got nearly 400 hours worth of streaming to go through. Yeah? You got to go through the previous streams because everything that you need is there. PC Shed, I'll say it again. Guy turns 8 grand into 1.2 million in less than 10 weeks. He never used to trade. And that's what's really disturbing about it. He had no idea about trading. He started watching all the streams. He tells everyone to watch all the streams. Now, granted, he has a lot more time than many other people do. But PC Shed does have a life. He has commitments. He manages to work around that. And he absorbed the information. He tried it and tested it. The guy sleeps 2 hours a night. Well, what are you going to do for sleep? You know, if you want to learn something so bad, you will learn it. You will make the time. All right? This game is truly about how much commitment you have towards it. And that's it. All right? Maybe tonight we're not really talking about price action because a lot of people got wrecked today. Maybe we needed to have this conversation. Maybe we need to bring people's spirits up. But guys, I ain't going to hold your hand. Sorry. All right? This game is brutal. And I need you guys to come to that realization. Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, guys, you know, that's bad. That is, you know, I'm sorry about you losing. But that's the hard fucking truth. Everyone was responsible for their decision. You were the one that clicked the mouse to make the buy. You were the one that decided to trade on the Saturday. You're the one that always hears me say don't trade on the weekends. Even if the position is perfect, so what? You don't know what can happen on the weekends. At the weekends, it's the market makers playing field. They can do what they want. It's the after party. You know? Who knows what goes down in the after party? Saturday, Sunday are the day, you know, Friday night, Saturday night, they're the days. You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens at the weekend stays in the weekend kind of thing. You get me? Yeah? This is crazy. PD. PC Shed, would you like to share your Binance Futures P&L analysis on the profit posts? What would you get from that? What would you get by trying to understand the profits? You would only see entries and exits. They'd be profitable. There's nothing more you can get from that. Maybe you could get the entries and exits and try and pinpoint where price was, but you have to understand what PC Shed does. He builds positions, you know? He builds hundreds of positions at a time. That'll be a very difficult thing to apply. What you need to understand is this. What does PC Shed have that you guys don't? Nothing. He's got exactly the same information. That's the crazy thing. Exactly the same information. Do you know what? Yes, I am upset with you guys because I tell you every single time before the weekend comes, don't trade the weekends. Be careful with the weekends. It invalidates the effort that you put into studying this game. People start off at the week and they say, yo, Tino, I done really well today. I done really well today. And I applaud you. I applaud you. And then I get the same message back. Tino, I fucked up. I lost 5K. I lost 10K. My account went from 60 down to 12. I mean, how does that make me feel? Because you're seeing someone's progression. I do this, right? I'm giving you the blueprint to understand how this game works. And I haven't told you once to buy or sell. Yet people have collectively made nearly £1 million in the Discord, not to consider PC Shed's success. All right? I'm trying my hardest here, guys, to get you to understand that this game takes no prisoners. It doesn't care who you are until you put the paper down, until they see you deposit, until they see your trade live. All right? Let's just flip over to Bitcoin to see if she's fulfilled that previous candle yet. She's on her way. Ethereum is doing exactly the same. All right, she's on her way. Where are we at? Ethereum, up we go. Let's just bring this up. Yeah. Let me bring up these charts so that I can have a go at you and still watch the charts at the same time. Do you know what, guys? I'll be straight with you, man. You ain't going to get anyone else doing it like this. Straight up. Someone else will say, yeah, buy my course for this amount. They ain't going to give a fuck what they say, you know, what you do. You've paid for the course. That's it. They've given you the information that they believe that's going to help you make money. Yet you're still looking for courses. All right? I'm straight with you guys. I don't sell a course, guys. I don't have no course. I've never sold a course. Tell a lie. I sold a course once. All right? It was for $80. And the ball ache I got from that. I was like, nah, no thanks. I'm not doing that. Because everyone's tried to justify, why should I pay $80? Yet people will go and spend £400, £500, $1,000 on courses, all right? That, I mean, I don't know many courses that have made millionaires. I don't know. The only course that I know were the teachers that taught the turtle traders in the stock market. I don't know if any millionaires have been made. I may be wrong, but because I don't know. But I don't know any free course that has made a millionaire from scratch by purely the information given in the stream. And PC Shed is verified right there. He studied it. 10 weeks later, happy days. Correct, Michael Scott. It is. Michael Scott, listen. This is, okay, this is two systems, two strategies, right? Look, free PVSRA. So both systems are free. That's the thing. Free PVSRA, which took me about 6-7 years to understand the candles, all right? And then we've got the W's and the M's, which is taking the, the Wyckoff method, Elliott waves, concepts, and what have you, all right? The market maker method, joining them together and creating a hybrid system. So both systems complement each other and utilizing their application at certain points in the chart, all right? Now, when I joined these two together, I joined them at chance. All right, I would have still been using PVSRA and waiting for just notable volume to come below moving averages and above. Now I've managed to get these W's and M's involved, okay? And now they're just playing out perfectly. I know that a vector candles 1, 2, and 3 always start the first leg of the W formation, all right? Rise to the 50 EMA, retrace back down to the W. We should see notable volume in this area. When price is ready to come out the W, we're going to see notable volume, vector candles coming out of the zone. We know we've got a confirmed W. Same with the M's. All right. Man, you know how good that is. I'm not fussed about the likes, guys. If you like it, you like it. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Okay, that's all I'll ask of you guys. All right. Crypto Mask, you want to watch? You want to study? Okay, first things first, if you're new, you start off with the playlist called It's All in the Mind. In order for me to get you to understand these patterns, I need you to be in the right frame of mind to allow them to play out. So the first thing is patience. You have to accept confirmation. You have to accept that it can go wrong sometimes, all right? Gomez, you lost 80% of your account trading the weekends. Lesson learned. XRP movement, where we at? There we go. Back up with XRP. And remember, guys, listen. Market will always be available, all right? When you kill the idea of fear and greed, that's when the market will die. Okay? But man, this ain't going nowhere. This is the most liquid place for money to move. You think they're going to get rid of it? Nah. That's okay. The pattern watchers and the tier 2 and tier 3 receive active daily updates on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, when I say updates, I'm talking important movements in price. I'll never tell you where to buy and I'll never tell you where to sell. I will trigger you to get your mind thinking, because what's the point in you coming to a stream to find out when to buy and sell? Surely you'd want to learn how to do it for yourself. So I'm going to give you the mental framework. And it's repetition, repetition, repetition. You obviously get other perks as well, which I introduced slowly and accordingly, all right? But I know the Patreons have been prepared for these moves. Patreons have not ever been surprised with anything. We knew this was happening. Okay, the last post that I did was talking about Bitcoin coming back down to the 200-day moving average. Okay, well, look what she did. She sure came back down. She went beyond that, but the patrons were aware of it. We were in level 3. We've been banging on about it for a long time. We are waiting for a move to the downside. We all understood the cycle, and that's what's important. We anticipate that Bitcoin would come back into this zone. Why? Because the market makers have obtained their longs. All right. We anticipate them to come back into this zone. That's not financial advice, guys. I'm just demonstrating how the patterns play. All right. She could actually pull back in this instance, but we know Bitcoin needs to come back into the moving average to regulate. We need the 50 EMA to stay above the 800 EMA. All right, because if Bitcoin does, if the 50 does drop below the 800 EMA, guys, we are then going to be ready to see another move to the downside. What I'm hoping is that we don't go into level 3 and that level 2 has been so extended that it's done enough accumulation, because level 3 effectively is the last stage of accumulation for the cycle. But because the move to the downside was so aggressive, they may have just obtained enough liquidity to start price back to the upside again. All right. If you look at the TDI as well, we could actually have, look at that huge shark fin, a W formation at the TDI, outside the volatility band, back inside. Look, whilst it was dropping, price has now started to close higher as it drops. All right. When it was down here. Okay. It started to close higher, which tells me that there is divergence. This is just the final piece of the puzzle. All right. Oops. Right. Let me have a look at XRP. I'll bring XRP up on trading view. Okay. Okay then. What have we got? All right, where we at? Oh, how wonderful of XRP. Look at that. Beautiful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. What have we got here? We might have another W formation. Who knows? This could be a small one. Yeah? Notice how the W, the 50 and the 200 have crossed on here. All right? She's recovered the full red candle near enough. Why? Why has she done that? Because we know market makers, they've been getting longs at the lower prices. Notable volume comes back in to stop it from going below the zone. She's recovered the previous wick. Yeah? She's now coming back up to recover the zone. What we need her to do is continue back up above the 50 EMA. Once she goes above the 50 EMA, we need her to come back and retest it and continue to the upside. That's what we want. That's what we need to happen. So she can, I mean, to be honest with you, Ripple hasn't really lost a lot of ground when you think about it. It's just pulled back. You know, it's a nice pullback. We anticipated a pullback, guys. That's really nice, in my opinion. Yeah. Turn up the volume. How's that for you? I don't know why you can't add it to your favorites. Bob, listen, you can use that course. But that course probably, if it's not talking about market makers, it's probably not going to talk about anything that we talk about, my friend. But there's nothing wrong in you studying one and then using another. Remember, I'm using two systems here. The sad thing is both of them are free of charge. And it's all down to how you want to learn it. You know? Thank you, Tino. Thank you for, wife says, Tino, thank you for giving my husband a row for being greedy and trading on the weekend. Dopes, okay. Fair enough. Explaining. Good, I like that, Crypto Mask. Good. I like that. Well, Beastmaster, look, this is what we need to understand, all right? This is the thing about confirmation, guys. This is what I'm saying, guys. Projection is your friend. Projection's going to help you understand when a pattern's going to play or not. If this is the W formation, the true W formation, fine. When will we know? When price continues higher, breaks above the 50 EMA, retraces back up and goes up. All right? If it's not finished, what will happen is the following. Price will then come up to here, come back down, form the second leg of the W formation. All right? And then continue higher. That's what we project. Unless it continues from the 50, drops all the way down and tests the 800 EMA. Excuse me. Yeah? This is the conversation that you need to have with yourself. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anywhere, guys. You're always going to be left in limbo trying to understand what's going to happen next. The whole point is to not have that problem. You've got a bag of confluence, right? You know what needs to happen for a W formation to appear. You know that if the first leg of the W formation forms, you're expecting price to come back to the 50 EMA, which is exactly right here. One or two things can happen. If the strength is there, price can just continue up even further. Comes back down to form the 50 EMA test, and then up it goes. Happy days. You've got a continuation. Shark fin. It's a shark fin move, effectively. Right there. There's your shark fin. A V trade. That's what we call it. All right? Now, if it pulls back away from the 50 EMA and comes back down here, you don't want it to go anywhere below here. If it does, it invalidates the pattern. If it comes down ever so slightly and then returns back up, the pattern is still valid. But if it comes back down and tests the 800 EMA, it effectively invalidates the pattern because it's quite far away. However, there have been times where we've seen the W come back down, the second leg, come back down to the 800 EMA and then bounce and confirm. If you're going to wait for that confirmation, you need to wait for price to break above the 50 EMA. Remember, when the 50 EMA is rejected, it comes down lower as well. So then the 50 EMA gets broken again by the price, and price goes above it, retraces back to test it, and continuation to the upside. Right now we're in a stagnant position. Why? Because the 50 and the 200, yes, they've crossed, but we ain't seen direction yet. We need to wait and see what happens. All right? Look, there's several ways to take trades, guys. Okay? This is how it works. Kindly do a short video on levels, even though it's all in there in the live stream, so there are new people asking the Discord. Okay, so people want videos on levels. All right. Videos on levels and... all right, this is what I want you guys to do. All right? When this stream finishes, okay, I want you to go to the comments on this video and put down in 3 words what videos you want me to create based on this system. I know that I need to do a video on the candlesticks. I know I need to do one on the levels. I've already done the M and W videos, and I've already done videos on the understanding the moving averages. All right. Now, there are advanced strategies that I can talk about, but I'm not going to go into those yet because there are more people that are new to this than there are those that are advanced. So that's really going to go to the Patreons first and the YouTube members, and we talk about it on a Saturday. All right. So, but there are videos in the channel, guys. The channel's not just dedicated to streams. If you go all the way to the start, all right, there are playlists like It's All in the Mind. If you want to get your mind right, watch those. If you want to understand the hybrid system, go watch the videos there. All right. More importantly, go and subscribe to the Projections channel. It's pinned to the top of the chat. The Projections channel is going to be a matter of repetition. I'm going to be talking about the same thing in relation to Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, various altcoins. I'm going to be doing Forex as well. All right. So I'm still going to facilitate Forex, even though I'm pissed off with dollar yen. Okay. But ultimately, the Projections channel is there, so you can effectively say to yourself, right, I'm going to make a quick projection on Bitcoin. All right, it's the start of the week. I'm going to do a projections video. All right, you come to that video, do your projection, see where you think Bitcoin is going to go, watch the video, and see if it compares. It may not be spot on, but if it's there or thereabouts, happy days, you're understanding it. And there are a lot of guys that have been saying to me that they've been doing that. Okay. So the projections channel is helping people. It's just a shorter version of the stream, guys. That's the best way to put it. How do you get the charts? The charts on this chart here, all right, is with MT4. All right, MT4 is, you can download MT4. All the links that you need, guys, are all in the description. Everything's in there for you. All right, the description to this video. Does Bitcoin has to form the W or also can go straight from me? Yes, Patrick. Yes, Patrick, it can simply just go up. Look, watch this. Bitcoin can also just go straight up. All right, why? Because if we go to the TDI, let me explain a little bit what the TDI is right here. Blue lines are volatility bands. All right. Listen, guys, whoever's becoming members, thank you very much. If anyone's subscribing, thank you so much as well. Okay. I stream on a Sunday from 10 o'clock at night. I stream on a Sunday, 10 o'clock GMT. I don't stream on a Monday. All right. Because on the Mondays where I get everything set up for the week. I then stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. All right. And then on a Friday, I'm intermittent with streaming on a Friday, but I always like to finalize the week on the Friday. All right. But everybody will know if I'm streaming on the Friday because I'm then going to be going into Mike's podcast. You know, we're going to be doing some gaming as well, so I can really lose my shit on Twitch. And I know people want to see that, but that's another story. But hey. But yeah, so this is where we're at right now. The TDI itself is just a posh RSI indicator. You know, there's nothing magical about it. Well, it is quite magical if I'm honest with you. You got the volatility bands, which are just pretty much Bollinger Bands, all right? Whenever the RSI, which is the green line, whenever it comes out of the volatility band and forms a shark fin, you can see the triangle head right there, shark fin. That's when price starts to show its true intention. So when it comes out of the volatility band and goes back in, price normally does the same thing. So look. So when we marry up from here, this V up here, got a V there. You've got exactly the same down here. Outside the volatility band, back inside. When price, or should I say when the RSI, the green, crosses over the red, which is the signal. All right, it's the signal red line. Price is starting to move away. So it always likes to move back to the market baseline. All right, which is this yellow line. All right. When price continues above the market base, as long as it stays above the red signal line, happy days. Okay. Then the ideal scenario is when it's volatile down here, you want it to get to this, up to the upper volatility band as well. All right. With the volatility band, you're able to determine if the move is strong or not. You notice on this, you can see clearly that there's an M formation on the RSI. M formation. Happy days. Yeah? Then what do you do? Wait for the RSI to cross over the red signal line. Bang, straight down to the market base. Happy days. Next volatility band is the projection target point. Shark fin. Up she goes. Crosses over the RSI. Crosses over the market base. Where are we expecting it to go? Let's look at price. Happy days. Yeah? Does that cover that for you? Who taught me? About £130,000 loss taught me. Yeah. That's who taught me. Getting pissed off looking at that loss all the time. Guys, listen, I wanted to get this game. I'm teaching people for free because I want to understand it. I started this stream 10 weeks ago. My intention was to really understand. If I want to be a master at something, I have to be able to teach it. If I can teach it, it means I'm explaining it clearly. And I believe through grace of God that people have actually learnt this information and have changed their life. I'm not here for any glory, guys. All right? I don't want to reveal myself. I don't want the glitz and the glam. Fuck that. I'm not about that. No, recognize me for my ability as a trader. Recognize me for saying, right, look, Tino understands the market. That's rewarding for me because I want to master this shit. That's my intention, to master this. You're either with me or not, it doesn't matter. You know, you don't even have to say anything in the streams. Take what you can. If you can learn from it and move on and do whatever you want to do and become a great trader, happy days. You don't even need to tell anyone. You know, that's okay still. That's why I'm streaming. I'm not expecting everyone to say, look, I did it. You know, you can be humble in victory and as well as in defeat as well. Ah, Shmo, you're being nice, bro. Constantino, yep. Sydney is open right now. Sydney are going to get wave of this now, guys. Sydney's going to get wave of this. Sydney is going to get wave. Here we go. I've been trading for 11 years. 11 years, man. Do I focus heavily on risk management? Let me tell you something about risk management. Risk management is don't take the piss with leverage. That is risk management. All right? Go and find as many risk management strategies out there. Not one of those systems talk about survival. Yeah? Not one of them talk about survival. They say, you know, commit certain percentage based on this ratio. Based on this ratio, it's BS. Theoretically, it's great, but in practice, it's a different story because risk management doesn't factor emotions. All right? If you risk 2% of your account, that's 2% of your account. Cool. But when you're sat there thinking 2% of my account, I mean, if I were to trade with $100, that means my stop loss is £2. What kind of shit is that? I'm not in the... I don't want to risk £2. That's nothing. I've got 100 quid. I want to risk at least 50, 60. Because that's what happens when you trade with a small amount of money. You're trying to grow it as quick as you can. Yeah? They don't factor in the emotions, man. And that's what's really shit about it. Risk management is about survival. How long can you keep your money in the account for? And how often can you grow it? That's risk management in my eyes. Guys, what I want you to do is I want you to put in the comments of this video because I'm going to bring this stream to an end. Okay? Because I'm currently with my mum. You know, I've come to see her. And I just wanted to do a quick stream just to update you guys all on what's going on. But I'm going to quickly summarize everything right now. I'm going to start with Bitcoin. Here we go. So, we know Bitcoin has effectively confirmed the peak. The peak formation is locked. M formation has been formed. We understood that this W formation had failed. Why? Because we didn't see any notable volume coming out of the formation. Prices retraced, taking out the previous zone. Level 1. Drop, rise, level 2 start, bang, level 2. This is level 2. If price continues back up to the 50 and then comes back down and holds and it doesn't go below this zone, we have effectively got our W formation. We are waiting for price to move out. We need it to come out of the zone aggressively, all right? Shifting out of the zone, going above the moving averages. When price comes back to retest the moving averages, it needs to come back up, and we effectively have ourselves the pattern. Up it goes there. Okay, that's what we're waiting for. If Bitcoin does continue lower and comes down into the M2 pivot, it would have exceeded its average daily range for the session. Okay, but we should see a peak formation form in this area here. Okay, that's only if it breaks down here. All right, that's Bitcoin for you. Okay, now Ethereum. Exactly the same story with Ethereum. Ethereum formed the first leg of the W formation, came back to the 50 and rejected it. Came back down. Failure. Happy days. Broke out the first level. Drop. Okay. So you've got drop, rise, level 1. Drop, level 2. Could we be forming another attempt to the downside? This appears to be the first leg of the W, or it's finalizing another move to the downside to form level 3. Remember, the US and Europe have got to respond to what's happened today. Okay, so we could see more downside behavior. Price could actually come back down to the 800 EMA. Right now, guys, there are no trades. All right, in light of the pattern, there are no trades. We are waiting for confirmation. Okay, we are waiting for price to either continue back up to the upside straight from this point, or she forms a base, hits the 50, comes back down, shows support in this area, doesn't take out this previous zone, and forms the W formation. So this is ideally what we need to be seeing. All right. Retrace. Continuation back up above the moving averages. Price comes up, retrace to 50, back up she goes. Okay. But we need to wait for confirmation. Again, we need confirmation. All right. I will tell my mother hello, man. You guys are too kind. God bless you all. Thank you. All right. That's Ethereum. Okay. So I just hope you guys, tonight may seem like a little bit of a rant, but you know what? If I'm not ranting, that means I don't give a fuck. That means I'm just here for you guys just to monetize the fucking YouTube account. I don't want to sit here and have a go at people, but it pains me to know that people are using my system and they're losing. That's not what this system's about. This system is designed to help you succeed. It's not going to win 100% of the time, but fuck me, 80% is really good. Do you know what, Drivers Room? Listen, people in the Discord, okay? I keep going on about it and bang on about it. Every time I share this link to the Discord, there should be more than 1,000 people coming into this stream. All right? There should be more than 1,000 people. All right? They want people to come to the stream, and then when they come back into the Discord, they say, what did Tino say? What are our projections? X, Y, and Z. Those people are going to stay in the Discord bitching about what's going to happen left, right, and center. This system is about your commitment to understanding it. The more you want to understand it, the more fruitful the success will be. And I'm not selling you any dreams here, guys. I have not sold this system at all. It's not mine to fucking sell in the first place. PVSRA, created by Trader at Home. Steve Marwin's method, the market maker method. I've joined them together, created a hybrid system that works for me. Now, for me to solidify that approach, I need to be able to teach it to people. If they can understand it, happy days, man. That's all I care about. Put in the time, guys, seriously. All right? Put in the time. I'm telling you now. You can call it the TR method, be my guest, whatever. Okay? It's the hybrid. All right? Just put in the time. If you've got these streams playing in the background, because listen, I said it to you last week, sorry. Even if you're listening to the stream, all right? I know my voice can be somewhat irritating. I say the same shit over and over again. All right? But we see the same pattern over and over again. If you got a problem with this pattern, I know PC Shed doesn't. I know he's happy to see this pattern over and over again. And let me scratch my head and ask the question. When you win once, you surely want to win again. Is that a nice pattern to repeat itself? Of course it is. All right? When this gets boring, it means you're making money. All right? So I'm going to try and get it as boring as I can. All right? Keep listening to the streams. When you're listening to the streams, I'm going to be saying things. They're going to resonate with you. One day you're going to be at work. One day you're going to be driving. You're going to be thinking about the W and the M's. You're going to play back to my voice. You're going to hear me say something. It's going to match, and then bang, the click. I'm waiting for clicks, guys. That's what I want. Yeah? I want the clicks, because those moments of, the moment of clarity, when I clicked, man, I went out for a 2-hour walk when I clicked, and I just couldn't believe what I walked into. Now I've come into the crypto space. Now I've been shown how to use Binance. I've been staring at Ethereum and Bitcoin for 10 weeks, day in and day out, and not placed a single trade. Now I'm going to start trading. Now these projections are going to be played out by me now, not by everyone else as well. Everyone else seems to be making a fucking killing off these projections, and I'm sat here saying, great, Bitcoin hit the projection, happy days. Fuck that. Now it's time to make some paper. I'm about to go for a 4-hour walk. Sack trades, man. Look, it's up to you, man. If you want to put a metaphor behind how I see the market, let me tell you this. I've got 11 years behind me and I'm giving it to you. All right? This is me paying forward. When I hear someone saying, yo, T, I made 21 out of 21 trades, happy days. That solidifies it for me. All right? Yes, granted, we have a Patreon. Okay? We do have a Patreon. Some people want more information, and that is what I'm committed to. And that's what I do give. And this is not me pushing the Patreon on you. There is more than enough for you to sit through the streams and not pay a single penny. There is more than enough. Some people want more. Happy days. I'm going to give you that more. All right? But I'm telling you now, guys, this here works. And I've been trying to disprove it for a long time, and I can't do it. I can't disprove it. We knew Bitcoin was going to drop. We in the streams, we knew this was going to happen, but we don't know how much it was going to drop. We will never know how far it will drop. We just know it's going to happen. And I say it all the time. We won't know. It's not a matter of where price is going to go. It's a matter of when. That's the question. When. We know where it could go. It's a matter of when. And that's the key thing. Bro's ghost, man. Don't be silly, bro. You must look at him, man. Yes, the levels video, I am going to do it for you. And you know what? I think that's going to help a lot of people, and I'm going to do it. David, you know what? That's what the Mike Dutch podcast is about. You know, we're going to be bringing other traders on there, you know, because Mike Dutch, man, he's a G. His voice is brilliant for podcasting, you know, and I think me and Mike, we do pick off each other really well. I know people just want to hear me and Mike talk because he gives me shit. I give him shit. He's talking about his, you know, Call of Duty game, saying to me that as, you know, he's a PC gamer. I'm going to stick to the console. I'll rip you up on that game, man. He's not here to defend himself. Fuck it. I'm not going to say anything. Yes. All right, then. So this is what's going to happen, guys. Here we go. All right. Here we are. M. Huncho, man. That is sore, man. What happened to him? But hey. All right, then. So this is what I need you guys to do. I'm going to bring the stream to an end. All right. This is what's going to happen. I want you to go to the comments in this video when it finishes, not now. Don't put it now because it's not going to work. Go to the comments in the video and put down, okay, 3 words of concepts that you want to see me discuss, okay? So, for example, if you want a video on the levels, you put down levels, ADR, and candlesticks, all right? Do that. When I start seeing a pattern of what people want to see, all right, I will do that video next, okay? And just keep commenting, and then happy days, you'll get that video. I'm going to try and do that video tonight, all right, because I'm pumped. I'll try and get it done. If not, it will be done tomorrow regardless. We're starting the week. Make sure you subscribe to the projections channel because I'm going to put up a video so we're ready for the week on what we need to expect. Monday is a no trading day. It's false move week beginning. They're going to make the false move happen tomorrow, all right? So be prepared, guys, all right? Mad love to all of you. Enough respect to you, and thank you to everyone supporting. You know, your love is overwhelming, and I'm hoping everyone can just share that love amongst each other. You know, there's time for sloppy shit, but it's acknowledgement to everyone's efforts coming into the stream. I know it's hard watching all these streams, guys, but everything is there, all right? Happy days, guys. Happy days. Mad love to all of you. Peace. No, I'm not doing an OnlyFans. Fucking hell, man. People want to see that shit. See you in a bit, guys.